on the internet, there are no girls.
I've basically been in the gaming scene since I was in grade 10, which is a very long time ago. And you just grow up with it and you just learn to deal with it, and then you start getting involved, and like the whole thing is there are no girls on the internet, so you just become one of the like guys.
Have you ever heard of the term gamer girl?
Yes.
Okay, the term is primarily used as an insult towards female players who aren't real gamers or who aren't good at gaming. Have you heard about this term before?
Yeah.
Have you used it yourself?
No. A gamer girl to me is a chick that plays games. Whether they be some slutty fries or some like hardcore nerd chick that's actually really good at games and puts most male players to shame.
Okay, so I'm going to show you these memes.
Memes.
Okay, so what do you think about this like dumbing down or even sexualization of female gamers? Is this something you notice on a regular basis when you're playing online?
Okay, first of all, like, I agree with the whole gamer girl type thing. Like, most of those girls actually only play Sims and stuff like that, and they call themselves gamers. And for me, I don't call myself a gamer girl. I'm literally a person who enjoys playing computer games, and that's as far as life goes for me. But you do get the girls who like have the controller and go, oh my gosh, look at me.
So you feel there are the real gamer girls and then there are the ones who are just...
Yes.
So you agree with that?
I agree with that.
I hear a female. It's always nice to hear girls playing video games.
Are you talking to me?
You're the girl, right?
Sure.
Oh my god! There she is!
I think gender is a very important issue in gaming right now. I think that, as with most stereotypes, there's perhaps a grain of truth at the center, but it's far from the actual truth of the matter. It's the sad thing about a stereotype, is that all it takes is one or two people to confirm it and it doesn't go away.
Do you think computer games in general are designed to appeal on purpose towards the male demographic?
Some of them.
I doubt Counter-Strike or like COD will appeal. They should make a My Little Pony MMO.
Someone probably has. I'm pretty sure more guys and girls would play that. I'm a premium member.
Nickel.
What would be the object of the game? Make friends.
Yeah, use the power of friendship.
I've encountered people who respond very much like these pictures and like that definition, the labeling of gamer girl. It's worrying that there's this sort of labeling that this is what a girl gamer is, and that's it's sort of a box in which those who are threatened by the shift in the gaming demographic towards more girls and women playing games, I think it's a way for them to sort of compartmentalize it, to say, you're not a real gamer. And this sort of policing of the definition is really problematic. To sort of shift the goalposts, a gamer is no longer just someone who plays games. Now we've got to go, well, there's gamers, implicitly male gamers, and then there are girls who play games, then we've also got to have girl gamers who aren't real gamers. Apparently in the gaming industry, or with gamers now at least, the demographic is shifting further and further away from the antisocial teenage male, as you pointed out. But the sad thing is, I think the production hasn't really kept up with this shift. Games are still predominantly focused on white heterosexual males, both in terms of their target audience and in terms of the characters that are presented in there. If there are female characters, they're generally quite sexualized and with very little depth to them. But that's not entirely true for the industry, and I think that it's important to focus on both where the industry is lagging behind and where there are some gains. There have been some phenomenal games, for example Mass Effect and the Dragon Age series, which have involved characters of multiple ethnicities, genders and sexual orientations. In fact, in from Dragon Age 2, every single character is potentially able to be romanced from a male or a female player. This potentially opens up a wonderful space to experiment with gender.
I think that the assumption that all games are aimed towards men used to be true, but it's increasingly becoming more like incorrect over time. I've never personally experienced this like hypersexualization. In fact, most people I've encountered online are actually just really excited to have a girl playing a game with them. And I get a lot of sort of like, oh my gosh, are you actually a girl? And I'm like, yes, I'm actually a girl. And they're all like, oh, that's amazing, I haven't met any girls online, you know, that kind of thing. But it's never with like a sexual undertone, it's always very much friendly. The presumption that gamers are all antisocial is already flawed. Whether they're male or female, I know a lot of people who make friends with other people in real life, not just online.